Alright, bonjour. Let's start with chapter 10. Communiquez-vous, chapter 10 of vis-a-vis. We are looking today, our vocabulary is related to the new technologies, medias, and communication, and then some communication verbs. So that's going to be like, we're going to see everything about to read, everything about like how do you say printer, Wi-Fi, etc. We're going to see one new past tense, imparfait, direct object pronoun, the agreement of past participle, and the verb croire, voir, and recevoir. Alright, let's go. I'll explain to you later what's direct object pronoun and all that if you're not sure. On y va. Let's go over the vocabulary. That's the fun part. On répète les nouvelles technologies, un smartphone, un appareil photo numérique, un caméscope, un iPod, un MP3, le clavier, le moniteur, l'écran, la souris, un ordinateur de bureau, un micro-ordinateur, un ordinateur portable, un portable, une imprimante, un scanner, une liseuse ou un livre numérique. By the way, maybe some of you don't have this edition of the book, just don't worry, okay? That's the new edition with the new vocabulary. Un smartphone, we can also say un téléphone multimédia. Un appareil photo numérique, we have tendency to just say un appareil, you know? And numérique means digital. Un iPod, un MP3, micro, you know how we say un portable, but un portable can also mean a cell phone. So, un ordinateur portable, un téléphone portable. Either way, we just say portable. And if it's not clear, we say ordinateur portable and téléphone portable. Et voilà. On continue. Cliquez sur une connexion ADSL, le courriel, le mail, le fichier, Internet, le logiciel, le navigateur, un photocopieur, le site, surfer sur le web, une tablette, télécharger, le traitement de texte, le web, le Wi-Fi. Okay. In your book, they give you that spelling. I think this spelling is more common. This is the spelling that the dictionary tells you to use, but that's the spelling that people use, mail, which means email, okay? Navigateur. I'm looking at the rest. The rest, I think it's good. Yeah. Okay. Wi-Fi is a funny word, right? Wi-Fi. On y va. On continue. Les médias et la communication. Une carte postale, une adresse, un timbre, la poste, un fax, une enveloppe, une lettre, un colis, une boîte aux lettres. Look, this is how mailmen look in France. You see, that's their outfit, that's their cars, that's the mailbox if you go to France. So the left one is for local and the other one is for like national or international, for not local mail. What else can I say about that? Nothing? Un colis, tout ça, you know all that. Okay? Le kiosque, des journaux, un journal, un magazine, une revue. So, journal has an irregular plural. Un journal, des journaux. Une revue is a more intellectual. It's a little more like a journal. Okay? Les petites annonces, un roman, l'annuaire, appeler, la boîte vocale, composer le numéro, consulter l'annuaire, un SMS, un texto, une télécarte. Alors, look, un SMS, un texto. For text messages, the normal word is SMS, so it comes from the British short message service. That's what they say in England. So that's the term we use. We also use the word texto, which is a brand. This is how SFR, one of the French providers, that's how they call a text message. And we just adopted, just like you say Kleenex, or, you know, when you use brands like that. So, voilà. Une télécarte, these are all télécartes. These are phone cards you see with a little chip. it's more like when I was an early teenager, you know, you'd go to middle school and your mom would say, do you have your télécarte? Because that was the only way you could call your parents, you know. We don't have many phone booths with coins anymore, and phone booths with cards either anymore, of course, now with cell phones. But télécartes were huge at some point, you know. Okay, on y va, on continue. We're going to do the TV shows, les émissions de télévision, le journal télévisé, les informations, une retransmission sportive, le sport, un documentaire, une émission de musique, un jeu télévisé, une publicité, une pub, une série, un feuilleton, une émission de télé-réalité. Alors, une retransmission sportive, I added le sport. We could just say, je regarde le sport à la télévision. Same thing, publicité, we have a tendency to say une pub, just like advertisement and ad, right? I advise you to go online and go to watch, you just Google Le Zapping Canal+, and you'll see how it's the best of French TV for that day. Hein? Le Zapping. Ok, on y va. Le câble, une chaîne, un DVD, des DVD, un lecteur de DVD, le satellite, une télécommande, la TNT, télévision numérique, télévision numérique terrestre. So, let me tell you, cable, une chaîne, that's some French channels, un DVD, des DVD, you see we don't put an S for the plural, un lecteur de DVD, le satellite, une télécommande. So la TNT is free cable, okay? So it's pretty common now. These are all the channels. 2, 3, 4, 5, and O are national channels, kind of like PBS or something like that. These are news, BFM and eTélé, a little bit like CNN, they copy CNN. All those Énergie, Énergie, Virgin is a little bit like MTV, Gulli for kids. Voilà. Allez. My favorite channel is not here, it's this one. Canal+, if you want to look a little bit online on it. It has some talk shows that you can watch. It's a very good channel. That's about all I watch of French TVs from Canal+. I'm thinking what else you could watch. You can watch the news on the website of TF1 or France 2 if you want. Okay, let's keep studying verbs, irregular verbs. Verbe de communication, so all the present tense. Okay, so let me pop up the stuff. Here you go. So dire, lire, écrire et mettre. So dire, je dis, tu dis, il dit, nous disons, vous dites, ils disent. Lire, je lis, tu lis, il lit, nous lisons, vous lisez, ils lisent. Écrire, j'écris, tu écris, il écrit, nous écrivons, vous écrivez, ils écrivent. Mettre, je mets, tu mets, il met, nous mettons, vous mettez, ils mettent. Okay? What's irregular about them? Let's see. That S, that comes out of nowhere, right? Same thing, a S here, a V here, and that's about it. PP, past participle, right? And a verb that is conjugated like écrire is décrire, like to describe, okay? They're not very irregular, they're just slightly. Do you see here how the T disappear for the plural? Okay? On y va. Let's do a new verb, l'imparfait. The new tense, sorry. L'imparfait. So l'imparfait is very strange to form. We take the new form of the present tense, we remove the ONS, and we add AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT. So let's say we want to say, I used to eat. Hein? So that's the past habit. Hein? We take nous mangeons, I remove the ONS, and I add AIS, AIS, ça, je mangeais, tu mangeais, etc. Nous avons, same thing, we remove the ONS. J'avais, tu avais. Let's try again with faire. Nous faisons, we remove the ONS, that takes that. That's faisait, 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 faisions, faisiez, faisait. In terms of pronunciation, this is été, était. AIS, AIT is more e than e. E, e. E, e. E, e. You see how we open a little more the mouth, okay? The mouth. Let's look at something. We have one exception to the way we form it, is être. If we want to take the new form of être at the present tense and remove ONS, it's not possible because the present tense of être at the new form is nous sommes, so there's no ONS, okay? So we take the root E with an accent this way, T-A-I-S, whereas être has a hat. You see, it's not even the same accent. So, j'étais, tu étais, il était, nous étions, vous étiez, ils étaient. All the rest is regular. Let's look. Oh, by the way, did you realize why we do that? It's so that we don't have any irregular verbs. So yes, it is not fun to go through the new form of the present tense, remove the ONS and all that, and add AIS and IS, but that means that we have absolutely no irregular verbs except for this être, the root of être. Let's look at the verb étudier. You see, étudier, it has two I here, but we leave it this way, it's normal. Let's look at a tiny, tiny, tiny irregularity. If it ends in G or in C, if the root ends in G, we're going to add an E on the boot, so here. And in C, we're going to add a tail on the C. So otherwise, you would do manger. So we add a little E like that, so we make manger. And the C, we add a little tail, so it does commencer and not commencer. Let's read all of it. So here are other verbs that would go with, that would take that extra E. On y va. Je mangeais, tu mangeais, il mangeait, nous mangions, vous mangiez, il mangeait. Je commençais, tu commençais, il commençait, nous commencions, vous commenciez, il commençait. Okay, on continue. When do we use this? We use, the term imperfect is really weird. It doesn't mean that it's not perfect at all. It means in terms of perspective, according to the way we see it, it is seen as not finished. So you see when you say, I broke a vase yesterday, it's finished. It's seen as finished. When you say, I was feeling down, it's not very clear if it's finished or not anymore, okay? So we use the imparfait for three things, okay? We use it for descriptions in the past, for feelings in the past, and for habitual actions, okay? So for example, it was a beautiful house, okay? Or they were happy, or when I was a child, okay? I would always do that. So it was a beautiful house. Oh, look, all of that. If you had to describe these images in the past, you would use the imparfait. If you had to talk to your feelings, I was happy, I was upset, I was feeling down, all of that is going to be imparfait. And all the habits in the past, I would always do that. Every Sunday I would, etc. This is going to be imparfait, as opposed to passé composé that are one-time thing action. Okay? Let's keep working. These are expressions of tense that we're going to use with the imparfait. Let's repeat. Tous les jours, toutes les semaines, tous les matins, tous les après-midi, tous les soirs, d'habitude, en général, souvent. Voilà, we're done with the imparfait. In chapter 11, we'll work comparing imparfait, passé composé together, okay? Which is kind of like the big deal of this level. All right, direct object pronoun. Direct object pronoun. Oh, what's a direct object? When you say, I like my computer, that's a direct object, my computer. So I is the subject, like is the verb, and my computer is the direct object. Direct object pronoun, that means what's going to replace the direct object. So instead of saying I like my computer, we're learning to say I like it. So here are our pronouns. Me, te, le, la, nous, vous, les. Okay? So, these forms are when it's followed by a vowel. Okay? Le is for the feminine, for the masculine, sorry. La is for the feminine. Elle lit un texto. Elle le lit. She reads it. Look at the word order, like in the order in which things are going to appear. If there's one verb, it's going to go right before. If it's the passé composé, it's going to go right before. If there's two verbs and the second verb is infinitive, like wants to say, would like to say, is going to say or to do or something, it's going to go before the second verb, which means in between the two verbs. Okay? But let's imagine if we had three verbs, it would go before the last verb. Okay? Like, let's say if I say, I'm going to try to say it. In French, it's going to be, I'm going to try to it say. Okay? It goes right before this verb. Alright? So, that's going to be the trick with a direct object, is to place it at the right place. Alright? We'll see next chapter the indirect object pronouns, okay? Okay, let's see the agreement of past participle. We've said so far that with avoir, there's no agreement of the past participle when we use the passé composé. Bon, the problem is that we hadn't had a case where the direct object was before avoir. Look, I read a newspaper. I read it. If the it is before, then there could be an agreement. Bon, with le journal, it doesn't count. It's masculine singular, there's no agreement. J'ai lu la revue. La revue is feminine. If it's after, it's fine. If it goes before, it's going to be feminine here. Okay? J'ai regardé des émissions de télé. Quelles émissions avez-vous regardé? If I ask you, which shows have you watched? Then which shows is a direct object, which is before the auxiliary. Then that's why it takes es here. Feminine, plural. This is a detail, you know, let's all agree that this is a detail. Okay? Alright. It's about extra e's and extra s, you know, and that doesn't change anything in terms of meaning, you know. Alright. Let's keep working. Voir and croire is our last thing for today, which are two irregular verbs. And then we'll see also the verb recevoir. So let me scroll down. Here you go. Mail. Voilà. It starts here. Donc, voir, past participle vu. Croire, past participle cru. Alors, je vois, tu vois, il voit, nous voyons, vous voyez, il voit. To see again, revoir. You see how that Y comes out of nowhere? So you see it's very irregular. Let's repeat. Croire, croire, je crois, tu crois, il croit, nous croyons, vous croyez, il croit. So it's really just that Y that comes up. Okay? To believe in an idea or something, we say croire à, and the only exception is croire en Dieu, for God. Okay? For God, we say croire en Dieu, but look, croire au Père Noël, croire à quelque chose. Okay? Our very last thing is the verb recevoir. Recevoir, past participle reçu, you see with the little tail, otherwise it would be reçu. Okay? Let's repeat it. Recevoir, je reçois, tu reçois, il reçoit, nous recevons, vous recevez, ils reçoivent. You see how there's a little tail to that C? Okay? It's to prevent it from doing k sound, to make it sound. Okay? François Hollande reçoit un bisou. Oh, let me see what's irregular about it, is that it's very short here. It should be longer. You see how the plural is kind of normal, and here you have a short stem. So François Hollande, The French president is receiving a kiss. That's his former girlfriend. He has a new one now. Sarkozy reçoit un texto. Former president. Carla, his wife, reçoit un appel, receives a call. Voilà. I think we're done for today on chapter 10.